Imagine waking up every day feeling calm, content, and truly at peace with yourself and the world around you. Sounds incredible, doesn't it? But how often do we get caught up in stress, comparisons, and the endless chase for more? What if the happiness you've been searching for isn't out there, but already within you, waiting to be uncovered? Buddhism teaches us that happiness isn't something you find. It's something you create, moment by moment, through simple, intentional practices. These timeless teachings aren't just for monks or philosophers. They're for anyone who wants to live with more joy and less struggle. In this video, we'll explore 10 powerful Buddhist principles that can help you find happiness today, no matter where you're starting from. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed, disconnected, or just curious about how to bring more peace into your life, these insights are practical, transformative, and ready for you to try right now. And as you listen, think about this. What does happiness mean to you? Share your thoughts in the comments below and declare, "I'm ready for happiness." 1. Create a joy jar. Imagine having a jar filled with tiny treasures of happiness, all collected from the moments that make your days brighter. This simple practice involves writing down one thing that makes you smile every day and placing it in a jar. Over time, this jar becomes a tangible collection of joy, a reminder that happiness is built one small moment at a time. Start with an empty jar, any scrap of paper and a pen. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect. What made you smile today? It could be something as simple as the warmth of your morning coffee, a kind word from a friend, or a peaceful sunset. Write it down. As the days pass, this ritual helps you shift your focus from stress and negativity to the little joys that often go unnoticed. This practice aligns beautifully with Buddhist teachings on gratitude and mindfulness. Buddha once said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little." The joy jar transforms this principle into action. It trains your mind to notice the positive, no matter how small. The power of the joy jar lies not just in creating it, but in revisiting it. On days when life feels overwhelming, open the jar and read a few notes. You'll find yourself reconnecting with moments of peace and happiness, reminding yourself that even in challenging times, joy exists. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to seek out positivity naturally. It becomes easier to spot the little things that bring happiness because your mind is now trained to look for them. This is mindfulness in action, paying attention to the present and cherishing it fully. The beauty of the joy jar is its simplicity and accessibility. Anyone can do it, and it doesn't take more than a minute or two each day. But the impact can be profound, as it helps you build a reservoir of joy you can draw from whenever you need it. Happiness isn't found in grand gestures or major events. It's created in the quiet, small moments of everyday life. Start your joy jar today and watch as it transforms the way you experience the world. 2. Practice walking meditation. Walking is something we do every day, often without a second thought. But when you transform this simple act into a mindful practice, it can become a powerful way to calm your mind and reconnect with the present moment. Walking meditation, a practice deeply rooted in Buddhist tradition, combines movement with mindfulness, offering peace and clarity with every step. To begin, find a quiet space where you can walk without distractions. This could be a park, a garden, or even a hallway in your home. Stand still for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel the ground beneath your feet and center yourself in the present. As you start walking, focus your attention on each step. Notice the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your movements, and the gentle sway of your body. Walk slowly and deliberately, as if each step were the most important thing in the world. If your mind begins to wander, gently bring it back to the physical sensations of walking. Walking meditation is about cultivating awareness. Buddha taught that mindfulness isn't confined to sitting still. It's something you can bring into every activity. Walking meditation reminds us to slow down, observe, and be present, even during something as mundane as walking. This practice has a profound effect on the mind. It grounds you, helping to ease anxiety and stress by anchoring your thoughts in the present. It's also a great way to integrate mindfulness into your daily life, especially if sitting meditation feels challenging. The benefits of walking meditation extend beyond emotional well-being. It enhances your physical health by promoting gentle movement, which can improve circulation and reduce tension. The rhythm of walking also creates a soothing effect on the mind, similar to the calming influence of deep breathing. Incorporating walking meditation into your routine doesn't require extra time or effort. You can practice it while walking to work, strolling in your neighborhood, or even pacing at home. Each step becomes an opportunity to let go of worries and connect with the here and now. Through walking meditation, you'll discover that happiness isn't a destination. It's a journey, one step at a time. Try it today and feel how something so simple can bring so much peace and clarity into your life. 3. Write a letter of forgiveness. Forgiveness can feel like an impossible task when pain and resentment linger. But what if the act of releasing that weight wasn't about the other person, but about freeing yourself? Writing a letter of forgiveness is a powerful way to let go of past pain, whether it's directed towards someone who hurt you or even yourself. Begin by finding a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Then start writing. Address the letter to the person you're forgiving, or to yourself if you're releasing guilt or regret. Write honestly and openly about how you've been hurt, how it made you feel, and why you're ready to let it go. The beauty of this exercise lies in its privacy. You don't have to send the letter. In fact, many people find healing in simply writing their emotions out without any intention of sharing. The act itself is enough. It allows you to process the pain, acknowledge your feelings, and begin the journey toward release. Buddhist teachings often emphasize the importance of letting go to achieve inner peace. Buddha said, "Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. By holding on to resentment, we hurt ourselves more than anyone else." Forgiveness is not about excusing behavior or forgetting what happened. It's about freeing your heart from the chains of bitterness. As you write, allow yourself to feel the emotions that arise. Anger, sadness, even relief. It's all part of the healing process. Once you've expressed everything you need to, end the letter with words of forgiveness. For example, "I forgive you, not because what happened was okay, but because I deserve peace." Afterward, you can keep the letter, destroy it, or even bury it as a symbolic gesture of letting go. Whatever you choose, the healing has already begun. Forgiveness doesn't mean you'll never feel hurt again, but each time you release a layer of resentment, you make space for peace, love, and happiness to grow. Writing this letter is a step toward that transformation, a simple yet profound act of self-care. 4. Unplug for an hour. In a world dominated by screens, notifications, and endless scrolling, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and disconnected from what truly matters. Setting aside just 1 hour a day to unplug from technology can be a transformative practice for your mental and emotional well-being. Imagine an hour free from the constant buzz of your phone or the glow of a screen. This is your time to reconnect with yourself, your thoughts, and the people around you. The idea is simple but powerful. Turn off all devices for 60 minutes each day and dedicate that time to something meaningful. Use this hour to reflect, journal, meditate, or enjoy a creative activity like drawing or writing. If you have loved ones nearby, spend this time with them, talking, laughing, or simply being present together. You'll be amazed at how rich these interactions feel without the distractions of technology. This practice aligns with a Buddhist principle of mindfulness, which teaches us to be fully present in the moment. When we're glued to screens, our attention is often fragmented, jumping from one notification to the next. By unplugging, you allow your mind to settle and focus, reducing stress and enhancing your sense of calm. At first, this hour may feel challenging. You might feel tempted to check your phone or experience FOMO, fear of missing out. But over time, you'll notice how liberating it is to step away from the digital noise. That time becomes sacred, a space to breathe, think, and simply be. Buddha once said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." This hour of disconnection is a way to turn inward, to find peace in the simplicity of presence. It's a reminder that happiness doesn't come from likes, comments, or emails. It comes from the quality of your connection to yourself and those around you. To make this practice part of your daily routine, set a consistent time each day to unplug. Whether it's in the morning, during lunch, or before bed, choose a window that feels right for you. Let those around you know about your intention so they can support you in creating this boundary. Over time, this 1 hour can become the most valuable part of your day. It's a chance to reset, recharge, and refocus on what truly matters. By unplugging, you create space for presence, joy, and meaningful connection. Things far more valuable than anything a screen could offer. 5. Adopt a beginner's mind. When was the last time you truly noticed the joy in something ordinary, like cooking a meal, tying your shoes, or taking a walk? Often, familiarity leads us to overlook the beauty in everyday moments. Adopting a beginner's mind invites you to approach these activities with curiosity and openness, as though experiencing them for the very first time. In Buddhist philosophy, the beginner's mind is a state of being free from preconceived notions and judgments. It's about seeing the world with fresh eyes and welcoming every experience as an opportunity to learn and grow. Shunryu Suzuki, a Zen teacher, wrote, "In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. This mindset transforms routine tasks into opportunities for discovery and mindfulness." Imagine you're cooking dinner. Instead of rushing through it as a chore, slow down. Notice the vibrant colors of the vegetables, the aroma of spices as they hit the pan, and the satisfying sound of a simmering sauce. By engaging your senses, you turn the process into a meditative act, one that brings joy and fulfillment. Similarly, you can apply this mindset to activities like working out, cleaning, or even answering emails. Instead of seeing these tasks as repetitive or mundane, Approach them with curiosity. Ask yourself, what can I notice about this moment? How can I do this with care and intention? Practicing a beginner's mind also encourages humility. When you let go of the need to be an expert or to rush toward completion, you open yourself to growth. Mistakes are no longer failures, they're part of the journey. This perspective can reduce stress and perfectionism, allowing you to enjoy the process instead of fixating on the outcome. One way to cultivate a beginner's mind is to try something entirely new. Take up a hobby you've always been curious about, like painting, gardening, or learning a language. Embrace the awkwardness of being a novice and find joy in the small victories along the way. By adopting a beginner's mind, you unlock the ability to find wonder in the everyday. Life becomes less about ticking off tasks and more about fully experiencing each moment. This simple shift can reignite a sense of joy and curiosity that enhances every aspect of your life. 6. Share a meal mindfully. In our fast-paced world, meals often become hurried affairs, eaten in front of screens, on the go, or without much thought. But sharing a meal mindfully with someone you care about can transform eating into a powerful act of connection and gratitude. Start by inviting a friend or family member to join you for a meal, whether at home or in a quiet restaurant. Before diving into the food, take a moment to pause together. Appreciate the effort that went into preparing the meal, whether it's your own cooking or the work of others. Acknowledge the farmers, chefs, and countless hands that contributed to bringing this food to your table. As you begin to eat, slow down. Instead of rushing through the meal, savor each bite. Notice the textures, flavors, and aromas. Share your thoughts with your companion. What do you taste? What do you appreciate about the dish? This shared mindfulness deepens the experience and fosters a sense of gratitude for the food and the company. Eating mindfully also helps you tune into your body's needs. You're more likely to recognize when you're full or truly enjoying a dish, which can prevent overeating and foster a healthier relationship with food. Buddhist teachings often highlight the importance of gratitude and presence. Thich Nhat Hanh, a renowned Zen master, encouraged mindful eating as a way to connect with the present moment. He taught that every meal is an opportunity to practice mindfulness and cultivate a sense of peace. Beyond the food itself, a mindful meal strengthens relationships. Sharing this intentional space allows for deeper conversations and genuine connection. Without the distractions of phones or television, you can truly listen and be present for one another. This practice creates a sense of intimacy and trust that lingers long after the meal is over. To make mindful meals a regular practice, try setting aside one day a week for this ritual. Whether it's breakfast with your partner, lunch with a colleague, or dinner with your family, prioritize this time for connection. By sharing a meal mindfully, you transform a daily necessity into a meaningful experience. It's a reminder to slow down, appreciate the present, and nurture the relationships that bring joy to your life. In a world that often feels rushed and disconnected, this simple act can be a profound source of happiness and peace. 7. Practice compassionate listening. How often do you truly listen when someone speaks? In a world filled with distractions, listening has become a lost art. Practicing compassionate listening means offering your full attention to someone without interrupting, judging, or planning your response. It's a simple yet transformative way to create meaningful connections and foster mutual understanding. Compassionate listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about understanding the emotions, needs, and intentions behind them. When someone shares their thoughts or feelings, they're often seeking validation, not solutions. By listening without an agenda, you offer them a safe space to express themselves fully. Start by setting aside distractions. Put away your phone, turn off the TV, and focus entirely on the person speaking. Maintain eye contact, nod occasionally to show you're engaged, and use neutral phrases like "I see" or "tell me more" to encourage them to continue. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of listening with empathy and non-judgment. Thich Nhat Hanh described compassionate listening as a way to relieve suffering. He said, "If you love someone, the greatest gift you can give them is your presence. This presence creates a space for healing and understanding, even in difficult conversations." Compassionate listening also strengthens relationships. When someone feels truly heard, they're more likely to open up and trust you. This deepens your connection and builds a foundation of mutual respect. It can also help resolve conflicts, as listening with empathy allows you to understand the other person's perspective without defensiveness. This practice is especially powerful in moments of tension. If someone is upset or frustrated, resist the urge to interrupt or defend yourself. Instead, listen patiently and reflect back what you've heard. For example, you might say, "It sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed. Is that right?" This simple act of acknowledgement can diffuse anger and pave the way for understanding. Compassionate listening isn't just for others, it's also a gift to yourself. By truly listening, you become more present and aware, which can enhance your own mindfulness and empathy. Incorporate this practice into your daily interactions. Whether it's a brief conversation with a coworker or a heart-to-heart with a loved one, make the effort to listen with your whole heart. You'll find that this simple shift can bring profound depth to your relationships and a greater sense of peace to your life. 8. Celebrate micro-wins. In our pursuit of big goals, we often overlook the small victories that happen every day. Celebrating micro-wins, those seemingly minor accomplishments, can build momentum for happiness and help you stay motivated, even during challenging times. What is a micro-win? It could be finishing a task you've been procrastinating on, making a friend smile, or simply getting out of bed on a tough day. These moments may seem insignificant, but they're building blocks for bigger successes and a more positive mindset. Buddhist philosophy teaches us to appreciate the present moment and find joy in small, everyday experiences. When you pause to celebrate a micro-win, you shift your focus from what's lacking to what's going well. This change in perspective fosters gratitude and helps you stay grounded in the now. Imagine you've had a long, stressful day. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, reflect on what went right. Did you complete an assignment? Call a loved one? Cook a meal? Acknowledging these small achievements reminds you of your progress and reinforces your ability to handle life's challenges. Celebrating micro-wins doesn't require grand gestures. It can be as simple as saying, "Well done" to yourself, jotting down the accomplishment in a journal, or sharing it with a friend. These small acts of recognition signal to your brain that your efforts are valued, which can boost motivation and self-esteem. For example, if your goal is to exercise regularly, a micro-win might be walking for 10 minutes or doing a single yoga pose. Instead of focusing on how far you still have to go, celebrate the fact that you showed up. Each small step brings you closer to your goal and reinforces the habit you're trying to build. Buddhist teachings often emphasize the importance of celebrating the journey, not just the destination. By appreciating micro-wins, you cultivate patience and resilience, which are essential for long-term growth and happiness. To make this practice a habit, consider keeping a win list. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you accomplished, no matter how small. Over time, you'll build a collection of positive moments to look back on, which can be a powerful source of encouragement. In a world that often glorifies big achievements, celebrating micro-wins is a radical act of self-compassion. It's a reminder that every step, no matter how small, is part of your journey. By honoring these moments, you create a foundation of positivity and motivation that fuels your happiness every day. 9. Engage in nature noticing. In our fast-paced, technology-driven lives, it's easy to forget the simple beauty of the natural world around us. Engaging in nature noticing is a mindful practice that invites you to slow down, step outside, and reconnect with the calming rhythms of the earth. By consciously observing the small details of nature, a bird's song, the texture of tree bark, or the soft hues of a sunset, you cultivate a sense of awe and peace that can refresh your mind and soul. Imagine walking in a park or sitting by a window on a quiet morning. Instead of scrolling through your phone or rushing through the moment, pause and take in your surroundings. Notice the way the sunlight filters through the leaves, the gentle sway of grass in the breeze, or the intricate patterns on a flower petal. These details, often overlooked, hold a quiet magic that can ground you in the present moment. Buddhist teachings remind us of the interconnectedness of all things, and nature beautifully illustrates this truth. Each element, whether a tree, a stream, or a bird, plays a role in the larger ecosystem, much like we do in our own communities. Observing nature not only fosters a sense of connection, but also encourages humility as we recognize our place in the greater web of life. Studies have shown that spending time in nature can reduce stress, improve mood, and even boost creativity. The simple act of noticing your surroundings activates your senses and brings your attention back to the here and now. This mindful focus can quiet anxious thoughts and create a sense of inner stillness. To practice nature noticing, start small. Take a short walk outdoors, even if it's just around your neighborhood. Leave your phone behind or put it on silent. Pay attention to the sounds you hear, the colors you see, and the sensations you feel. Perhaps you'll notice the crisp air on your skin, the rustling of leaves, or the distant chirp of crickets. If walking isn't an option, bring nature to you. Sit by an open window, tend to a houseplant, or watch the clouds drift by. The goal is not to seek out something extraordinary, but to find beauty in the ordinary. Nature noticing is more than just a calming practice. It's a reminder of the abundance that surrounds us every day. By tuning in to the natural world, you cultivate gratitude, perspective, and a deeper sense of peace. 10. Create a happiness playlist. Music has the unique power to shift our emotions and elevate our mood almost instantly. By curating a happiness playlist, your personal collection of uplifting songs, you create a go-to source of positivity and energy for those moments when life feels overwhelming or dull. Think about the songs that make you smile, tap your foot, or even dance without thinking. These tracks hold the key to sparking joy and transforming your mindset. Your happiness playlist isn't just a collection of tunes. It's a tool for self-care, a soundtrack that resonates with your inner positivity. Buddhism teaches us to be mindful of what we consume, whether it's food, thoughts, or experiences. Music, as an auditory experience, has a direct line to our emotions. A carefully chosen playlist becomes a mindful practice, filling your environment with sounds that inspire, soothe, or energize. To create your playlist, start by reflecting on what brings you joy. Is it an upbeat rhythm, soulful lyrics, or calming instrumentals? Consider songs that remind you of happy memories, encourage self-confidence, or simply make you feel good. Your playlist might include classics, current hits, or personal favorites from any genre. Once your playlist is ready, keep it accessible. Use it to brighten your mornings, ease the stress of a long day, or lift your spirits during a challenging moment. If you're feeling anxious or unfocused, let the music guide you back to a sense of calm and presence. Creating a happiness playlist isn't just about listening, it's about being intentional with your emotional state. Pay attention to how each song makes you feel and allow the music to take you on a journey. Whether it's dancing around your living room or quietly swaying to a soothing melody, let the experience be a celebration of the moment. This practice is especially powerful when shared with others. Play your playlist during a get-together or recommend it to a friend who might need a pick-me-up. Music has a way of connecting us, transcending words, and creating shared experiences. By incorporating a happiness playlist into your life, you're giving yourself a tool to navigate the ups and downs with a lighter heart. It's a simple yet effective way to bring more joy into your day, one song at a time. Happiness isn't something we need to chase. It's something we can create, moment by moment, with the choices we make and the practices we embrace. These Buddhist-inspired ways are simple yet powerful tools to help you reconnect with joy, find peace, and live more fully in the present. Which of these practices are you most excited to try? Let us know in the comments. Your journey could inspire someone else. And if you found value in this, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with a friend who could use a little more happiness in their day. Thank you for being here and exploring these ideas with us. Stay mindful, stay kind, and remember, happiness is always within reach. See you in the next video.